sponsors that we have, Uber, Piggyback, Indy 11, and if you haven't been into an Indy 11 game yet, you are missing out because they are so much fun. It's a game you'll thoroughly enjoy. Been there, done that, going to go again. Okay, here we go. I'm going to introduce to you Dan Coffey, who is going to introduce to you our two very special co-chairs for the 19th Indianapolis Irish Festival. So let's hear it for Dan Coffey.
I gotta move up for this. Greetings, everybody. My connection with the Irish Fest would happen to be with one of the most outstanding Irish Festival putter-oners, my sister Mary Coffey. Mary's somewhere here. You never see her until the late nights, but she's here somewhere. And never mind, she's with us. I've been asked to introduce to you guys the two co-honorary chairmen of the Irish Fest this year. Their names are Chuck Lennon and Kevin Lennon. Let me give you a little just bio history on them before I actually give them the microphone. Chuck Lennon, to my right, is a Notre Dame graduate. He and Kevin just came from the Georgia Street pep rally. I don't know if any of you guys are Notre Dame fans out there. Do we have any Notre Dame fans?
Go Irish!
We do. Okay. These two guys were just on the Jumbotron over on Georgia Street for about 20 minutes. The announcer that was with them from Notre Dame kept asking them to talk about tomorrow's football game. And the only thing they talked about was the Irish Fest. and they did a marvelous job doing that. Anyhow, Chuck is a Notre Dame grad. Maybe the thing he's known even more for is being the alumni director at Notre Dame for roughly 30 years. It's a really great job, actually. Chuck was also actually, this one first. His father played football for Newt Rockne. He and Lou Holtz were inducted at the same time to have an honorary law degree from Notre Dame. Chuck is the 2011 inductee into the Irish American Hall of Fame. That's pretty rare. You don't get that very often. 5 adult children, 16 grandchildren. Chuck has taken each one of them individually to Ireland. As part of his task with the Notre Dame Alumni Association, Chuck got to go on annual tours to Ireland. It's a great job. And first of all, I probably should have started here. We wanted to thank both of these guys for even offering to do this. We've had a number of honorary chairmen over the years, but the Notre Dame connection this year was just too hard to pass up, and these guys graciously agreed to give their time, energy, and stature to the event. And so first of all, if I could get you guys to thank Chuck, acknowledge Chuck. Second of all, and I'll be done here shortly, his son is Kevin Lennon to my far right. Kevin had the opportunity as his oldest son to also attend Notre Dame, as most of the family did. Kevin opted to do something a little different and went to Harvard instead. Kevin, I think his father might have wanted him to play football at Notre Dame. Obviously at Harvard you can't play football at Notre Dame, so Kevin decided to play rugby, and it turns out, I think it was his junior year, Harvard, one of the smallest schools in the country at the time for rugby, I guess, won the national title, and Kevin, the stud Lennon, was player of the year. Kevin's with the NCAA. There's a little contingent from the NCAA over here that we'd love to acknowledge as well. The NCAA has been very helpful this year, financially, etc. Kevin's been the vice president over there for 15 years for the academic and membership affairs. I kid him because one of his roles with the NCAA, every time somebody needs to testify for the NCAA about all kinds of things from their policies, etc., Kevin's the poor soul that has to deal with lawyers. Came from the pep rally over there, and what they did in front of the Notre Dame crowd was to probably 10 different times let them know that this festival is going on. They've also been the two reasons why tomorrow, in addition to Mary, who probably even had more of a role on that than they did, these two guys were able to pull off the Notre Dame marching band coming tomorrow. I don't know how many of you guys have got the weekend passes, but if you can, if you have any interest in seeing 300 to 400 members of the Notre Dame marching band, they're going to be here tomorrow, and I think it's about 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock tomorrow, if you've got a weekend pass, or pay again to come and see them again. These are the guys responsible for getting the Notre Dame crowd, as well as the Notre Dame band, to come tomorrow. So without further ado, guys, and again, my sister Mary, I could drone on and on. This is her first year as the chairman by herself. She's been doing it in a chairman capacity for 16 years. And we anticipate this one being the best by far. Thank you guys. Again, your honorary co-chairman, Chuck and Kevin Lennon.
Thank you, Dan. We just left over there. We reminded everybody tomorrow that if they want to follow the band over, they're coming at 1 o'clock. It's fine. They're going to go past the Lucas Oil Stadium, right? And what we said was, you're going to notice in this over there that they have a ceiling. Well, in Indiana, we call the ceiling a roof. And one of the cheers that our cheerleaders do is raise the roof. And we raise the roof. Can you try it? Yeah. Can you raise the roof? Yeah. We're going to be so loud tomorrow, we're going to raise the roof. Yeah. The other thing is, we all come from an Irish family of some way or another. We never give up, we never give in. And you know what? We also believe that you can do anything if you have enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is a yeast that makes your hopes rise to the stars. It's the twinkle of your eye, the grip of your handshake, the gait of your walk, the irresistible surge of your energy and your will to execute your ideas. At the bottom of everything is enthusiasm. With it, there's success. Without it, there's only alibis. And we don't make alibis here, and we're not mediocre. Tomorrow, we win 38-0.
Yeah! Woo!
Now you know why I dress like him. One thing, crowd, is it not great to be Irish?
Yeah!
God bless us all. I come from a great Irish family. We know what Irish family's an extended family, from South Bend, Indiana, to Kansas City, home of the elders and all the Gons and the orphans and the families we knew there.
Yeah.
Moving to Indianapolis to meet the Coffees, Dan and Lisa Coffey. It's been just an unbelievable experience. I want us to recognize one person here, though. Dan mentioned her name. I talked to somebody today who said, I've been in Indianapolis for 25 years. I've seen sports in this town grow, but the cultural elements here continue to get better and need to get better. What they said is that of all the festivals, the Irish Festival in Indianapolis here stands out, and that's because of the efforts of the volunteers, but also the vision of one Mary Coffey and what she has been able to do. Give it up right now for Mary Coffey, please. This town is a better town because of this event and the people who come together to bring this and celebrate Irish heritage in Indianapolis, and it's because of Mary and her volunteers, and we're thankful for that. I know you're here for the music. They're here for you. God bless you. God bless America. God bless the Irish.
Yeah! Woo!
Thank you, Kevin, for everything you're doing, and Mary, too. She's awesome. And how do you follow Chuck's enthusiasm? He's awesome, isn't he? Great. All right, we're going to take a break up here. As you see, we're getting set up for a band that we're so happy to welcome back again this year. So hang on, hang in there, get some food and drink, and come back for the Hounds of Finn.
Yeah!